CYAD. TCBP.
Nikkei reporting China to launch state-owned ride-hailing platform.
TCBP.
PSEG to sell its 25% equity stake in Ocean Wind 1 to Ørsted. That's in a filing. That's Papa Echo Golf.
TCBP. TCBP. TCBP.
SABS, exclusive to Benzinga, Saab Biotherapeutics tells Benzinga the company has received an additional $8.2 million from the Department of Defense related to closeout of the discontinued COVID-19 prototype
TCBP,
research and development
TCBP,
contract. That's Sandy
TCBP,
Alpha Bravo
TCBP,
Sandy, SABS.
TCBP, SPRC,
OPGN, OpGen provides preliminary unaudited revenue for FY 2022 and business update. That's Oscar Papa Golf November. His cash position as of December 31st was about 7.4 million. That's OPGN. CYBN, Cybin, announcing results from sponsored kernel flow feasibility study measuring psychedelic effects on the brain. That's Charlie Yankee Bravo November, CYBN. That's Charlie Yankee Bravo November. SPRC, SciSpark receives approval to conduct clinical trial in children with autism spectrum disorder. That's Sandy Papa Romeo Charlie. ETN Palatine receives $4.7 million of non-dilutive funding, Papa Tango November. AMRN, Ameren, Sarissa Capital Management with a statement on Ameren. That's Alpha Michael Romeo November. Says Sarissa puts little faith in Chairman Perwald Olson's board refreshment process. That's Alpha Michael Romeo November.
CYAD.
AC Associated Capital with their report. It's preliminary report. Says as of December 31st, AC's book value estimated to be within the range of $40.37 to $40.57 per share versus $39.96 per share as of September 30th, 2022, and $42.48 as of December 31st, 2021. That's Alpha Charlie Company to issue further details on its financial results in February. That's AC. Russia's Putin says victory in Ukraine is unavoidable.
CYAD. NEGG.
VLTA halted for news. Victor Lima Tango Alpha halted pending news. TCBP. GENI, Genius Sports, announcing reduced exercise price and previously announced consent solicitation. Golf Echo November, India. Says pursuant to a notice circulated to warrant holders on December 20th, the company notified warrant holders that the exercise price of the warrants would be lowered until the termination of the period during which the offer to exercise and consent solicitation is open from $11.50 to an exercise price that is 74% of the volume weighted average price of ordinary shares for based on the 1 day trading period on January 17, 2023. That's Golf Echo November. India reduced exercise price is $3.18. That's Golf Echo November, India.
Hey guys, good morning. Hey team, good morning. Happy, what is it today? Happy Wednesday, guys. Hope everyone's feeling good today. Just an FYI, we are streaming on YouTube this morning. I'm streaming the pre-market scans. So we have some YouTubers that should be joining this morning. I just want to show everyone the scans and exactly what we're looking at and how they're set up and how they work. But for anyone listening in on YouTube, it is delayed about 20 to 30 seconds each alert. So keep that in mind. Hey, good morning, Natty. Get this in here. Good morning. Hey, I got a ladybug on my mic. That must mean good luck, right? It's going to be some good luck. Ladybug on the mic. Yeah, I see that, Bo. There is a lot of economic data coming out today. Very interesting. Hey, there it is, Natty. Appreciate your support, Natty, as always. Huge help. So really slow morning right now, guys. Just wanted to hop on the mic in case something starts moving at around 8 a.m. We've got about 10 minutes until then. It's 7:49 a.m. Eastern time now. I'm going to be watching for breaking news. Something with breaking news is what we're looking for. Otherwise, we're all going to be playing the same stock, and it's lacking news. So it's going to be, in my opinion, probably pretty choppy. So I'll probably reduce my size if trading. But we all know that right now TCBP is the one to be on watch, but it has no volume really to trade. So for myself, no volume, no trade, as you guys know. It's one of my number one rules when trading, day trading, especially with our low floats. The reason I need the volume is I need that liquidity to be able to get in and out of my trades. Otherwise, what we tend to find is it's going to have slippage, a lot of slippage on those orders, and not something I'm looking to get into. So TCBP
TCBP.
is worth watching.
ZLAB,
I've got
Xylab
resistance
announces
around
inclusion of
650 and
Kinlock
668
and Nuzira
on
in
TCBP.
China's national reimbursement drug list.
No positions, no trades for myself yet today. Hopefully I can get a trade in this morning pre-market. I've got a few things I have to do after market
That's
open this morning.
ZLAB.
I got to do a few errands, so I'll be running around after 9:30. So hopefully I'll get back here soon enough to be able to take some trades with you guys shortly after the bell. Yesterday it was, what was it, BTCM? Was that the one? I think that was the one that was going off yesterday. I only traded it once. I took a flat trade, actually, on BTCM. It's the only trade I took on that stock. I forget the other one. I think DCFC. I think the other one was DCFC that I traded. I should probably keep better track of it, but DCFC was my win yesterday, pretty much. So small win, nothing crazy. Yesterday was kind of in my opinion, a slow day. I missed out on BC. I think it was BCTM. Missed out because I had a few phone calls at opening bell, so just wasn't there, and that's okay. This morning it seems really slow. On our gap up list, we have TCBP up 28%. This is a current price of $6.32, and this is a very low float, micro float on TCBP. 688,000 share float. So that means it's going to go up the stairs and out and down the window, or down the window, out the stairs. You guys get the idea. CYAD is the next one on our list. Or excuse me, we have ATXI on that list as well, up 17%. ATXI. Let me pull up ATXI and see what it looks like. So ATXI pre-market high this morning was, let's see, looks like it was 254 this morning, and we're at 233 current price. So if it starts to gap up over the 250 and 254 area, it's worth watching. I'll keep an eye on ATXI. If it gaps up any level that it breaks and closes above, I really would like it to hold that level. For me, being a breakout trader, I don't overstay my welcome. If we close back below a support, well, I just bail on the trade. So I have very strict levels, and I'll pull over a couple charts on the screen once they start moving a little bit so everyone can see those levels. Yeah, sure was, JD. Yeah, BTCM was definitely the ticket for sure. Yeah, DCFC was early on. I think it had a pretty nasty chart throughout the day following after that move in pre-market, but nice enough to get some green on that one. Yeah, CYAD was hot yesterday. I didn't trade CYAD, and if you guys noticed, CYAD wasn't on our scanners. It wasn't on the bullish momentum scanner. It wasn't yelling at us, which I really want to trade stocks that are. BTCM was definitely the one that was yelling at us. So that's the one I want to focus on. But yeah, CYAD was pretty hot yesterday as well. Really, really strong move out of the opening bell there at 9:30. And I think Shiro mentioned it. It had that look where basically it gapped up so much and just fizzled out and fell so hard that it just made sense. It was so oversold. It made sense that it was going to get a little life after that. But if you guys notice, it had some nasty major reds all through pre-market as well as regular session. That's why I never traded that one. Just didn't really fit my risk profile. So no trade on that one for me. But just hanging out now. No trades yet this morning. We've got a few that watch. I've got TCBP. TCBP I have up. I'll pull over my chart real quick so everyone can see my levels of interest on TCBP. So what I'm looking for is for it to close over the 668. If it can close over that 668, I'll look to possibly take a trade. But really, it depends on the volume and the conditions leading into that setup. So if we start to see it has a bullish vertical trend, or if it has low volume, I'll probably just leave it alone. This purple dotted level is a daily time frame, a daily resistance. And so it holds a little bit less weight than these white time frames, which are weekly time frames. So the weekly time frames I'm going to be a little bit more focused on trading. But that's my chart there on TCBP. That's what I'm watching and what I'm looking at today, or so far this morning anyways. No position for myself yet this morning.
TCBP.
Here it's pretty quiet right now, right? Pretty quiet.
TCBP.
TCBP is making a little bit of noise on the scanner, but it's showing very low volume. So for myself, no volume, no trade. Nice, big cat. Little scalp on TCBP. Nice. Yeah, I haven't seen any setups on it yet. The only levels I have is that 668 resistance. So close over that level is what I'm watching for, but it just doesn't seem to have a whole lot of volume right now to trade. So not the liquidity I'm looking for. Or lack of liquidity, I should say. Quiet on the scanners right now. And guys, we had a live video on YouTube as well yesterday. So if you guys haven't checked that out, definitely check that out. It was a live YouTube of our scans during market hours. What you'll notice and what I thought was really cool is you don't have a lot of extra alerts. It's really, really focused on the alerts that matter and not focused on alerts that don't. So I thought that was really cool. And you'll see that in the video. Very, very quiet morning. 2 minutes till 8 a.m. Let's see if we get some news at 8. For anyone who is just joining through YouTube, then you guys can see we have our high of day plus volume. So this is our high of day scan. So very important scan to myself is the scanner here, the high of day scan. Next to that, you can see the time that the alert came through. You can see the symbol, you can see the price, and you can see the float and the volume. So hopefully everyone can see that clear. Next to that, we have the bullish momentum watch. This is our newest and I think the best scan that we have available. That's the bullish momentum watch. Very important scan. This one's going to depict where the volume and where the value is in the market. So if I'm going to be trading a stock, typically it's going to be hitting this scanner. We can see, let's see, CYAD was hitting the scanner early on this morning. And then we could see TCBP was also hitting the scanner as well. So this is the scanner to pull up. Doesn't mean that I'll be trading. I won't trade blindly off of any of these scanners. I will pull up the chart. I will mark levels, and I will execute the strategy that I put
PSLA
profitable.
Tesla
That's
hit more new
confirmation
highs
trading.
now, 136.64, up more than $5.
Next to that, we have
Sandy
the
Lima Alpha.
let me mute Charlie here for a minute. Next to that, we have the high of day plus low volume. So this is the same as our high of day over here. It just has lower volume requirements. So this is going to be highs with lower volume. So yes, it's worth watching, but not so much. I can't really trade it unless we have high volume. Below that volume hunter, it's exactly that. It's going to let us know where the volume is in the market, and it doesn't really care whether it's bullish momentum or not. It just wants to find where the volume is. BB gap stats, it's going to let us know if it's a first day gapper, second day gapper, third, fourth, fifth, and it's going to give a little description. Major red flag watch is going to let us know the major reds on the chart, which I want to be aware of.
CYAD,
These trades.
NEGG, JDZR, Indo, BBBY,
Victor Lima Tango
A lot of
Alpha.
times we get late prints
NEGG.
at 8 a.m. These are late prints. Watching the bullish momentum watch for new
Hater.
names. Repetitive alerts. Want to see consecutive alerts here. A lot of late prints coming at this time.
All cash transaction valuing Volta at about $169 million. That's VLTA.
ICCM.
NKLA, Nikola launching first hydrogen fuel cell truck mobile fueler.
No position for
That's
myself at this time.
That's November Kilo Lima Alpha. KTTA,
OTRK.
Pasithea Therapeutics signed CMC development and manufacturing agreement for the production of PAS 004. That's Kilo Tango Tango Alpha. HCNP, Horizon Therapeutics, announcing phase 2 trial evaluating dalabep for the treatment of Sjögren's syndrome meets primary endpoint. That's Hotel Zulu November Papa.
There isn't HAP. Yeah,
NVAX,
unfortunately there isn't.
Novavax, Nuvaxovid.
I wish there was. For some reason there's not. I don't know why that is. I can change the font on the scans themselves, but not on the
Victor Alpha X-ray.
not on that specific. Not on the titles for some odd reason.
ICCM.
Not sure why that is. Yeah, I see what you're saying though. If I click the whatever clan or whatever scan I click on, if I could talk this morning, whatever scan that I click on, you'll see that it highlights it and actually makes it so it's bold so you can see it. But for some odd reason, right now I've got it on the bullish momentum watch. But for some reason I can't change the font of the type at the top.
ICCM.
ICCM low volume on ICCM. Pulling up ICCM now. Pulling up the chart. Going to start marking levels. I don't trade blindly off of these scans. I never do that. And then start marking levels of interest. So always the first step that I do is mark charts. I need to know where the support and resistance comes in. If I don't know that, I think I'm trading blind. That's the way I feel. So ICCM, marking levels of interest now. I'll have this out in just a moment. Now I mark up all the charts. Yesterday, I think I marked about 25 charts yesterday. So every day, what I do is once certain stocks hit our scanners and they meet certain requirements, I start to mark levels of interest and I get them out to our team for levels to watch during the day. Now, we have a strict strategy, or I have a strict strategy. It's the confirmation strategy. I look for a close above these predetermined levels to get in and a close below to bail back out. So really simple, but of course, I'm going to need volume requirements met as well. So that's the strategy that I'm trading. Always stick to the strategy that makes you money, of course. Now, ICCM is a tricky one to chart out. I'm doing it now, but it is a tricky one to chart out. So I'm going to switch over to smaller time frame levels. If you guys see on the side of my chart and the side of these levels, you'll see it say smaller TF. What that means is I use smaller time frames to mark those levels of interest. I don't like to trade aggressive around those levels of interest, but I do want to be aware of where pressure or support may come in. So I'm going to get this out. I have this marked up now. And you guys might have something different on your chart, so this is why I always say, please compare your levels to mine. And if we see that we have, if you mark the chart and then I mark the chart, and we have similar levels, then what it does is it adds conviction to our own trades. So I'll pull over the chart real quick now onto the screen. This is really for our YouTube viewers. Everyone in Discord, you guys know the drill. You know how this works out. But so these are the levels that I have. Now, I don't like this one much because it's
OTRK.
It's under $2. I really prefer stocks that I'm trading over $2. But with that being said, doesn't mean I can't take a trade on it. It just means that typically I'll adjust my approach into this trade. So I have a major level here. This white line you see here, 137 is the price. That's a major resistance that I have on my chart. So what I need to see is I need to see this get above that level, and I'd like to see it paired with volume. I got a couple of indicators here you guys can see. This volume indicator will let me know any candle that is going to have high volume will be, or 30,000 shares or more will be in yellow, and any candle that has over 100,000 shares will be in white. We can see that none of these candles are different colors. They are red and green, which means they don't have much volume. So if you check the volume right here as I scroll over each one of these candles, this one has less than 5,000 shares, 6,000 shares, 13,000 shares, 11,000 shares, 9,000 shares. So to me, that's very low volume, and therefore I can't really take a trade on this one until it meets my volume requirements. So for the strategy that I'm trading, look for very specific volume, and I look for a candle to close over a predetermined level. So 137 is that level. Close above that level, I can watch for a possible long trade. But again, it has to meet the other requirements. So I have to see the volume, I have to see the
Regal,
levels.
National Comprehensive Cancer
That's my
Network
chart
adds
there
newly
on
approved res
ICCM.
Lydia to clinical practice guidelines
Agree.
in oncology for acute myeloid leukemia. That's RIGL.
Agree. TCBP.
We could hear alerts, but not repetitive alerts. You got the same levels, JD? Nice. So a lot of our team members here in our Discord can now mark up the charts really, really well, and it's huge. I think it's a huge difference. I think you guys can contest that, but it makes a huge difference in your own trading for sure. So if you can depict where the volume is, and you can depict where the support and resistance is fast, I think it's going to give you an edge in this market.
APA Corporation provides Q4
Nice.
2022
Way to go, guys.
supplemental information and scheduled results conference call for February 23rd at 10 a.m.
No trade for me at this time. No position. No trades yet this morning. Wait for high quality setups. Yesterday was pretty slow. This morning's been pretty slow. So I don't want to force trades. Don't want to get in the habit of forcing trades.
TCBP.
Just kind of sitting back here waiting for opportunities. TCBP and ICCM are on watch, but neither have enough volume for me to really get into. Hey, Sultan. Good morning and Happy New Year.
OTRK.
It's good to see you.
APA reporting
Good
net
morning, good morning.
gains on oil and gas purchases and sales before tax of
You
75.
guys hear me talking?
STRC.
In our, we have a Discord group, a private Discord group. Yeah, it's good to see you, Sultan. Haven't seen you in a few days, or at least. Yeah, that is true, JD. That is true. Yeah, it is my way of marking the chart. I kind of stumbled across this though, really. So I'm happy to be able to share with everyone. And you've been with me for a while, JD. You know it is pretty powerful stuff. These levels. And it's funny because it's so simple. You know, the way we mark these charts, it's actually pretty simple. The only thing is that if you're like me, you're going to start marking a lot of charts. Yesterday I marked it, like I said, about 25 charts before it was all said and done. Sometimes you can just get burnt out, guys,
by Shell.
marking charts over
OTRK.
TCBP, kind of showing some late prints there. Again, has to get over 668 for me to be
86 cents per share.
Interested in that one.
Last traded at
okay,
74 cents.
Well, it's good to see you. It's good to have you back. Yeah, I think so too, JD. Yeah, and like I said, you know, I was lucky enough to kind of stumble across this. I mean, it wasn't something. Yeah, I was just backtest after backtest. I mean, my wife can contest. I was up countless hours.
GTHX.
Sleep in the chair next to me, and I'd be study for hours, and too many sheets of paper, too many spreadsheets, things like that. But I'm really happy to be able to find this. ICCM is grinding up here.
ICCM.
New highs on ICCM, but it's doing it on low volume right now. Cheapo with low volume, so no trade for myself at this time. But ICCM close over 137 is worth watching. That's ICCM. When I shared this chart, the price was around $1.30. So $1.35 new high here is ICCM moving on very low volume, 6,000 shares in this past candle. And that's what I mean about that low volume. Have to be careful with low volume, as it usually generally comes with widespread as well.
ICCM.
Pull up ICCM. So if pull up ICCM on level 2, you'll see that the spread right now, the spread I'm seeing is really wonky.
Spotify.
So really wide spread on that one. So want to avoid lower volume moves for myself. And again, that means if it doesn't have
Spotify
volume, it
sends
doesn't have the
a
liquidity
joint
for
letter
me to
with
get
European
in and out of my
companies calling
trade.
for meaningful
So
regulatory
you have to be
action
very
against
careful.
Apple. That's Sandy Papa Oscar Charlie Alpha Alpha Papa Lima.
PLX.
If you guys hear alerts like that, single alerts, so just now we heard, what was it, PLX. If you hear a single alert like that and it's not repetitive, what it means is, yes, there's volume, but it's not exactly the volume that I'm looking for. So it doesn't mean that there's not a trade to be had there, but what it means is maybe there's low volume, maybe pull up the chart, mark the levels, and get ready for it in case that volume arrives. Generally, if anything is going to come really invaluable or anything is going to be valuable to trade, it's usually going to be on our bullish momentum watch. So that's going to be the scan that you see right here. So the bullish momentum watch is my favorite scan, really. But there's multiple good scans on this list. Hey, good morning, John. Good morning, good morning. Hope you're feeling good. Yeah, you're exactly right. The single alerts are not really what we're looking for. We want it to yell at us. We want to hear it yelling at us. So go ahead and yell at us, scans. Good to see you, John. Right now, John, our volume leaders, we don't have much on the volume leaders list. We have OTRK as our volume leader. It's a cheapo under $1. So OTRK is our volume leader, 3.4 million shares traded so far today. That's our, again, volume leader there. It's a 16 million share float. 93 cents is the price. OTRK, it's a cheapo. I don't really like the cheapos. Really prefer something over 2 myself. But that being said, it is the highest volume of the morning. The volume watch for anyone on YouTube who's streaming and watching, you can find that right here. You can see OTRK, TCBP, and ATXI. We can see the price. We can see the float. Sorry, cut out there for a minute. You can see the float. You can see the volume minute shares, and you can see the volume in the last 5 minute shares, and you can see the volume today overall. So the volume overall today is what we're looking at on this list, and we can see that 3.6 million shares has been traded on OTRK. Yeah, cheapos. We've got TCBP, which is not a cheapo, but it's a micro float. I have that on watch. I also have ATXI on watch also, but I'm not in love with these ones.
VLTA resuming. Victor Lima Tango Alpha at 85 cents. Being acquired by Shell for 86 cents. That's Victor Lima Tango
So
Alpha.
no trades yet for me this morning. No positions. All cash. You guys know that I am a strict day trader. I don't swing trade often. I don't long trade. I like to sleep better at night, and the way to do that is to be all cash. So that's how I go about my business. So TCBP's on watch for a close over 668 until it closes over that level. I'm not going to be too interested. Let's see, ATXI close over 250. I'll watch for a possible move there, but really that one I'm not in love with. Let's see what else we have. ICCM. ICCM has to close over 137, but it's a cheapo, so will not be ideal no matter how I look at it. So really nothing is too attractive right now. So again, a no trade day is better than a red day. So I don't want to get caught forcing trades in a day that's slow. So a no trade day is better than a red
Tesla
day.
Mono highs,
right now, no trades for me at this time. I'm going to wait for higher quality setups.
CTBI out with their earnings. Charlie Tango Bravo India. Community Trust Bancorp. Earnings of $1.26. for Charlie Tango Bravo India.
ICCM.
The estimate was $1.22, so that's a beat for CTBI.
ICCM.
ICCM new highs here on low volume. ICCM is grinding on low volume. The high is 135. I have resistance
TCBP.
at 137. Low volume in this candle, 13,000 shares. ICCM. ICCM has news this morning. Receives notice of patent allowance in Japan.
SZZL,
Let's see. I'm going to add this into our group here.
Sizzle Acquisition announced
This was
the
earlier on
removal of
ICCM.
its
Makes sense why
CFO,
it's hitting the scanners. And that's why I'm more so a
Sandy
technical
Zulu
trader than I am a
Lima.
news trader. So yes, it may have news, but if it doesn't have volume, it's hard for me to take trades. ICCM just hit that resistance 137. So for anyone who's in that one, that would be a target hit. That's resistance. So a good area to scale out and protect profit. Close over 137 is what we want to see to continue this trend. If we close over 137, we want to hold that level. Close back below 137, I consider a bearish trend, and that's typically where I bail. So trading the confirmation strategy, that means close above, I can get in long depending on conditions leading into the trade. Close back below is where I have to bail on the trade. So I'm very strict to those rules. So if I have predetermined levels, I get in above that level. If it closes below, well, I get back out. I don't average down. That's just the way I approach these trades. TCBP is all the way back down to that support area of 575. Now, I don't take anticipation trades either, guys. I don't take trades just because I have a support level there. I don't anticipate that it's going to hold. I trade confirmation. Anyone in our Discord knows that. Anyone on YouTube probably should know that by now, but if not, you're hearing it here first. So I trade the confirmation strategy, and that does not look for anticipation trades. I look for confirmation. So I need it to confirm a level before I buy or go into that stock. So TCBP, close below 575 is bearish. Close back above 575 is bullish. And that's the way I look at it. So I have a major level at $5.75. I won't just buy here anticipating that it's going to hold that level of support because that can get you in a lot of trouble. I will look for confirmation. So if it closed below and then closed back above, then maybe I can get back in knowing that I have 575 as support. And if it closes back below that level, I'll just bail on the trade. For myself, I'm going to leave it alone, TCBP. For it to be bullish momentum, I really want to see it close over $6.68. So until it closes over that level, for myself, I'm just going to be kind of just watching it for now. So no position for myself. Now, if you're looking to get in early, like I said, you could get in at the close back over 575. But if it doesn't hold that level, that's when I would bail. I would not average down. But that, again, is myself. Everyone has to trade the strategy that's making them money. For me, again, that's confirmation. Hey, Gidget, welcome to the team. Nice to have some new faces around here. So Gidget, if you can hear me in voice, you'll see that you have the premium channels. You should have all the channels available. You should be able to see all of the premium features channels as well as the premium options and the premium extras. So what you'll see is we have the watch list. We have a number of different channels in here that are really valuable. We have the day trading chat where you'll see most of us hanging out. Most of us will hang out in the day trading chat unless we're trading options, in which case you'll see us in the options chat. So we kind of flip back and forth from whatever we're trading. We also have the BB Mark charts channel. That's going to be all of my charts that I mark up. I usually send them in there and then they get pushed into our day trading chat. It's going to be all of my charts with levels of interest. So feel free to compare your levels to mine. Below that, we've got breaking news. That's exactly that. You'll see breaking news in that channel. Below that, attractive gaps. These are going to be gaps that I see that are really attractive. I want to make sure that I send out to the team and everyone is well aware. Below that, we've got Big Cat charts, which is really awesome. We've got Big Cat is one of our team members here and really, really helpful. He puts out some charts both on low flow and large cap, so really valuable. Below that, we've got the general news, which is it's kind of like breaking news, but it's more of a general news type feel to it. Below that, we have the events calendar. So the events calendar is going to be all of the special events coming up, major events in the whole market. They don't typically have a big impact on our low floats, but if you're trading options, then they tend to have an impact for sure. Below that, the RSI oversold channel, that's exactly that. It's going to let us know when stocks are oversold. It's going to give an alert, both in that channel as well as our day trading chat. And then below that, what you'll see is that we have different categories. So if you see the category, like you see the premium options, make sure that the down arrow or the arrow is facing down. So left of each one of the categories will have a little arrow. If you make sure it's facing down, you'll have all of those channels available. So hopefully that helps. Yeah, anytime, Gidget. Anytime. And we have a really, really great
Coming
team
up at
here.
8:30, the
really, really great team.
PPI
So
month
please
over month.
feel free to either ask me
-0.1%
if you feel more comfortable
year-over-year
private
plus
messaging me.
6.8%.
You know, more power to you.
PPI
Or if you want
year-over-year
to ask
plus
here in chat, we have a great team
5.7%.
that
Core
can really help
PPI
out.
month over month plus 0.1%.
Hey, good morning,
expected.
Rebel.
That's coming up at 8:30. Also retail sales.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're doing well, Rebel. Hey, Lewis, good morning. Good morning, good morning.
SBEV, Splash Beverage, to launch Tap Out Energy as they expand
feeling
into
good.
dynamic energy
good.
drink market.
Natty.
That's Sandy Bravo Echo
OTRK.
Victor, SBEV.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's been pretty slow, guys. We're kind of just hanging out right now. We don't have much to trade.
OTRK.
I have not taken a trade yet this morning. No positions for myself at this time. No trades.
SPRC.
Let's see. SPRC, very low volume. So very low volume. We can see that on our high of day plus low volume scan. SPRC cheapo, $1.20 price, 3 million share float, 189,000 shares traded today. Cheapo with low volume. There's nothing else going on. I'm going to pull up SPRC and start marking levels just in case, but I really prefer something over 2. So I may not trade this one, but I do want to get prepared and get these out.
TCBP.
SPRC is the
FULC.
same levels that we had, actually. So SPRC levels that I posted yesterday are still active today. So no new levels there. So I'll throw this into our chat. And if anyone is trying to access those levels and you don't want to flip over to the mark charts and scroll through it, go into the search bar in the top right and type the ticker plus updated. So in this case, SPRC space updated should pull us to the most recent. Let me see if that works. So SPRC updated, and it was updated yesterday at 8:30 in the morning. So yes, you guys will see that there. So just type in SPRC updated or any other ticker that you're looking for. So if I have it marked up, then you're going to find it right there. You're going to see it updated. But make sure you check the date of when it was updated, because if it was updated 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, well, it probably needs to be updated again. So no positions for myself at this time. No trades yet this morning. Pretty slow morning. So TCBP closed back above 575, but it did it with very
UAL
low
United at the
TCBP
pre-market
is
high
now
now.
popping off of the 575 level. So this is exactly what I was talking about.
Report, Uniform Alpha Lima.
Pull this over into the main view for everyone to see also on YouTube. But what you guys will see is exactly what I was saying here. So the close below the level is bearish. And so I wouldn't take this anticipation trade at this level thinking, oh, it's going to hold. What I would do is wait for it to then close above this level to then use this level as support. And we can see that it just got a little bounce in there. So quick move on TCBP. That's OTRK hitting our scanners. OTRK. OTRK is hitting the scanners, marking levels now. It's a cheapo. OTRK is a cheapo. So this will not be A+.
Results for depression and anxiety symptoms.
OTRK.
With their
marking levels
treatment.
On OTRK.
That's
we'll have this out in just a minute.
OTRK.
We can hear it all over the scanners.
OTRK. JCIC.
OTRK. I'm guessing it has news. I'll double check here in a minute. But we can hear on the scanners letting us know that there is volume coming into OTRK. It is a cheapo, though, and I do prefer stocks over $2. If they're under 2, I really have to adjust my settings and my approach. So not in love with stocks under 2. So in other words, for me, I just can't throw the kitchen sink.
OTRK.
EGHT 8x8 announcing a
how these levels out.
Structuring.
And it's a tough one to mark up as well. And the reason for it, again, is it's a cheapo. So you're going to see a lot of levels on this one. So I'll get these out in just a minute.
Golf Hotel Tango.
All right, so I have the chart marked up. I'm going to get these levels out. Cheapo is moving here, OTRK. I have my levels out for you guys. I got my levels up to $2, so here we go. I'll pull this over into the
8x8 says
well.
in
So
a
that's
letter
OTRK,
accelerating
as you
our
guys can see.
transition to an innovation-led
Let's see what
company.
we have for volume. So we have a lot of volume on OTRK. Now let me see what the news is on this one.
Increasing profitability to strengthen financial position and
There's
fund
some news coming out as
growth.
well.
That's in a letter to employees and a filing from the company. That's Echo Golf Hotel Tango.
Cheapo, OTRK. So pulling over the chart now for everyone to see my levels. And what you can see is the
TCBP.
white is 100,000 shares or more. So the white is 100,000 shares or more.
OTRK.
We can see once it broke above this level, it held this level. See that? Now we want it to break above this level, the 108. So if it breaks above 108, it needs to hold that level. But this is a cheapo, so therefore I don't think I'll be taking any trades on this one, or at least not for now. But this gap is attractive above that. So 115 up to 129 is attractive, but really depends on your account and your risk tolerance. So OTRK, we can see these white candles letting us know that there is 100,000 shares or more. Yellow candles only 30,000 shares. You can see it was less than 100,000 shares, and we can see this pink candle here is a major red, so it has one major red on the chart. I like to see these major reds before I get into the trade because it dictates my size. So the fact that it has this major red means it will not be an A+ setup. The price knocks it out of an A+ setup as well. And so what I want to see is it close over this predetermined level. If it can do that, then it needs to hold that level. Close back below is bearish.
China's national
so close over, let's see,
FULC.
108 area
OTRK.
is what we want to see. That's OTRK. It's hitting the scanners now and grinding a little bit. If it can get above that level and hold at 108, then we're looking at target areas of 111, 115, and 129. Now, if we had a candle gap all the way up to, say, here, 123, it about filled the gap, well, then that wouldn't be a nice confirmation because that would be a little bit too extended off of our levels. So we'd break too many levels beforehand. So want to see a clean close over this white predetermined level, which is $1.08. Close over $1.08. It needs to hold $1.08 and continue from there. So that's my chart there on OTRK. It's a cheapo. You guys in Discord know how I feel about cheapos. I really prefer a stock to be over $2 when trading. That being said, doesn't mean I can't take a trade on it. Just means that I have to adjust my approach. I'd like to pull this over as well. TCBP, went over this one just a minute ago. I was looking for a close below, close above. That close below, above gave a small scalp up to there. It wasn't a strong move, but this move right here, if you got in at this close above,
coming up,
the small 8% or excuse me 8-cent gain. So nothing crazy, really small. And this is why I don't take this level as anticipation. As soon as it closes below, that's it. Time to bail, and it needs to at least close above that to even be considered bullish. But realistically, it needs to get above this next level, 668, to be considered bullish. So it's already filled this gap pretty much. Need to get above this level before I even take this one serious. So no trades yet for me this morning. No stocks really setting up high quality in my opinion. OTRK is on watch. If it closes over 108, it is worth watching for a possible move to 111, 115.
OTRK.
No position for myself at this time. OTRK hitting that target of 108 now.
OTRK.
So OTRK is hitting 108. And we can see on our scanners here on the bullish momentum watch, OTRK all over this list. Okay, so it's all over that list, and we can see it's over here making new highs as well. That was at 8:30. That's our 8:30 rush. So we're really not getting much volume this morning, guys. OTRK has a lot of volume currently at this time.
Producer price index.
But it is a cheapo, so all the volume's going into these cheapos.
5.
OTRK is our volume leader.
5.5% versus 5.7%
9 million shares
expected.
traded today on OTRK.
Core PPI month over month plus 0.1% versus plus 0.1% expected. The PPI year over year 6.2% versus 6.8% expected. And month over month, the PPI minus 0.5% versus
good,
minus
JD.
0.1% expected.
Hope you have a good day. If I don't talk to you, have a great day, JD. I'll talk to you after.
S&P futures spiking 40.30 now. Retail sales minus 1.1% month over month versus minus 0.8% expected.
So OTRK is testing that resistance.
VLTA.
No trades yet for me this morning, guys. No trades for me.
OTRK.
Still waiting for higher quality setups. OTRK has been grinding. It's a cheapo, though. Really prefer stocks over $2. This one is just approaching that dollar mark. It's right around $1. OTRK is on our bullish momentum watch. You can hear that fairy dust sparkle. If you hear that, that's our bullish momentum watch scanner. OTRK is all over it. Our high of day list is pretty thin so far this morning.
ICCM.
ICCM just got a pop to new highs, $1.39
OTRK.
high. It's testing above resistance, $1.37. That's ICCM. ICCM is doing this
ICCM.
on low volume. 12,000 shares on this candle so far. Testing resistance, 137. Close above is bullish. Needs to do it paired with volume. Right now it's lacking that volume. ICCM testing resistance, 137. New high is 139. Has not closed over the 137 just yet. Closing here in 5 seconds. Candle is closing. Looks like it's closing above the 137, so needs to hold 137 as support. No trade for myself as it doesn't have the volume that I require to take the trade. So 12,000 shares there in ICCM. If it can hold 137, look for 144 as a target, then 148 and 150. No position for myself at this time. Currently, it's just lacking the volume. So if it had more volume, I could take the trade. If you're trading smaller size, then maybe the volume doesn't matter as much to you. But if you're trading decent size or any real size, then you have to be careful because the spread can get pretty wide.
OTRK.
And that volume
OTRK.
is pretty deadly sometimes. OTRK is testing resistance, 108. OTRK is on our bullish momentum scanner testing resistance. High of day is 109 on OTRK.
Ticker FUV Arcimoto prices a $4 million share offering at a combined purchase price of $3 per share.
We can see that OTRK is now testing resistance at 108. Close above 108 is worth watching. We can also see ICCM closing back below 137 and failing that level. And this is why I didn't take that trade. It was lacking the volume. So really need that volume required to take my trades. If I don't have the volume, I have to
GCBP.
take either smaller size or just leave it alone altogether. No position for myself at this time. OTRK is testing resistance 108. Close above 108 and 109 area. You can look for 111, 115, and 129 as major resistance above. One major red spotted on that chart. Major reds are negative candles, 4% negative or greater. I see at least one of those on that chart.
VLTA.
And a couple of them are close to it as well. So be careful with OTRK. A few major reds, something you have to consider before taking size and where to put the stop. No position at this time. No trades yet this morning. It's 8:34 a.m. Eastern Time. OTRK testing highs there. Testing highs again on OTRK. Low volume, 30,000 shares in this candle. Now just over 100,000. So volume is still picking up here in OTRK. It's still maintaining over 100,000 shares per candle. So a lot of liquidity here. So OTRK is allowing for people to get in and out of their trades with that liquidity, which is nice. The only problem I have with it is the price. Really prefer
FUV.
something a little bit more, a little bit higher priced.
FUV.
FUV getting some volume.
FUV.
FUV getting a little bit of volume. That's from, I think that was a sell-off actually. 51 million share float. So a little bit higher float than I'd prefer.
FUV. FUV.
We can see our first alert on OTRK was at 8:03 a.m. at 80 cents. So our first
FUV.
alert on OTRK was at 80 cents. It's now hitting $1.09 high. That's OTRK. It's a cheapo. OTRK is our leader, our gap leader this morning. It's up 79%. Current price $1.03. So $1.03, 16.5 million share float. So nice float size. And 10.1, almost 11 million shares traded today so far. A lot of volume on the OTRK. Now keep in mind it's a cheapo. So being that it's a cheapo, it's cheaper price like that, it should have more volume. Traders are able to acquire more shares at a time. So we should see more volume rolling through that. So high volume is to be expected with those cheapos. ICCM is back up to 138, doing it on very little volume. So no trade for myself until volume arrives. But watching ICCM and OTRK kind of grind here without me. No trades yet this morning. Nothing is fitting my strategy at this time. If you guys are just joining, then I would like to let you know that I trade a very strict strategy. That's a confirmation strategy. It's something I teach to all of our members in Discord as well. It's something that's really changed my own trading in low floats, and something I advocate. But of course, stick to the strategy that makes you money. For me, it's going to be confirmation strategy. So OTRK, you can see it's kind of fading back away from that 109 high. And again, we had a major level at 108, so major resistance at that level. So it's good to have that support and resistance on your chart, because if you don't have that, then you're unaware that there may be a major level there. So close over 108 is what we want to see to continue the trend. Then 111, 115, and 129. Again, it's a cheapo. Cheapo. No position for myself at this time. Hey, Andre. Yeah, of course. Yeah, hang on one sec. So TSLL. Let's see, what do we have? What's the float on this one?
OTRK.
Yeah, of course, Andre. Do you know the float by any chance on this one? Couldn't find it. Yeah, let me check on Trade Ideas. One sec. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, I don't see anything on TradingView for it. It's always nice when they have it on TradingView. Makes it easy for us. I'm not seeing it on. I'm not seeing it on Trade Ideas either. For float. Oh, because this
VLTA.
is what is this? Is this an index or something? 17 million shares traded. Yeah, I'm not sure how to go about marking that one. Andre, you might want to just do it with the normal weekly and daily like we do, but
TCBP.
it's tough to mark that one. There's a few things about it. It doesn't have a whole lot of recent history. So I'll mark. I'm gonna mark it real quick what I have. I'm just gonna use the weekly daily, but I'm not sure it's not low float. If it's not low float, I don't think you can do the weekly daily like that. So when I mark large cap, I usually mark it with monthly, weekly, daily, and 4 hour. I want to mark it with our
NRGV.
weekly, daily though.
OTRK.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this in chat here. So that's my levels there on that one, Andre.
NRGV.
I've got, let's see, 741 resistance. It's worth watching.
Ticker NRGV, Energy Vault. Company revises its 2022
Yeah, I'm not
revenue
sure how
range
accurate that's
from
going to be, though.
75
BLTA.
to 100 million to a
No,
new
not at all.
range of
Don't ever be sorry, but
142 to
it's just
152
I'm not
million.
sure about how
Shares up
accurate those levels are going to be, only
26%.
for the simple fact that
That's ticker
unfortunately I can't find a float on
NRGV
that one. But I
raising
don't think
guidance.
it's not. I don't think it's common, being that it's the what is it, Tesla Bull 1.5 shares. I've never traded that myself. But anyway, that's what I have on it. Yeah, no worries at all.
NRGV.
I'm happy to help. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's the thing. I'm not familiar with this one, Andre. So I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's what it seems like. It seems like, yeah, if Tesla starts moving, maybe that will as well. But I'm not familiar with it myself.
OTRK, FUV.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna add it to a watch list as well. I'm gonna keep an eye on it now. Let's see. OTRK is making a little bit of noise on our scanner, letting us know that there's some volume there, but still, it has to close over 108 first. So close over 108 is what we want to see on OTRK. It will not be an A plus setup. So close over 108. Want to see it hit 111 target, then 115, then 128. I'm not sure I'll take that trade though. Right now, OTRK is pretty much the only stock to have on watch. And just because it's the only stock does not mean you have to trade it. So because it's not really high quality, in my opinion, I may just leave it alone. Now, I don't want to deter anyone from taking trades. If it fits your strategy, great. OTRK could very well go from here all the way to $3. And if it does, that's fine. I'll take trades on it if it fits my strategy, as it fits my strategy. But right now, it's just not. So OTRK close over 108 is what I'm looking for a possible trade. That being said, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'll take that trade as we have that major red on the chart as well.
OTRK.
Yeah, it's interesting, Azerty. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I've never looked into that myself. Never really had much need. Usually, if I'll trade, if I'm going to trade Tesla, it's usually options myself. Interesting. Very interesting. And we got a quiet morning, guys. We have a quiet morning. It's 8:43 a.m. Eastern time. It is dead out there. There's no stocks moving on my scanners right now, which means there isn't a whole lot of volume out there in this type of stock that I look for. And typically I'm trading low float stocks. I'm not seeing much volume out there in our low float stocks. And that's okay, but really would prefer something to trade this morning. Come to work prepared and ready to go. I have to run after 9:30 myself. I'll be back probably around lunchtime. But I was really hoping to get something going this pre-market. Yeah, well, you kept it tight, Natty. Keep it nice and tight. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that at all. You know, we know what we're doing here, so just keep them tight and playing losses. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I haven't been able to take a trade yet. I really don't see anything that's
NRGV.
really setting up for us.
OTRK.
OTRK is on watch, but you guys know how I feel about that one.
OTRK.
Ticker SCHW, Schwab,
TCBP.
reporting quarterly EPS of $3.90. Revenues of $20.8 billion.
No trades for me yet this morning, guys. No position. OTRK is on watch. OTRK.
NRGV. OTRK. FUV.
That one is a cheapo. OTRK is on watch, but guys, I do not love this one. It's a cheapo, cheapo, cheapo. That being said, like I said, I've been wrong plenty before.
Shares of Schwab,
gap, so I don't
ticker
trade based on my opinion.
SCHW,
I trade
now
based
down
on the levels I see on the
2.52%
chart.
following Q4 earnings. Ticker EOLS, Evolus, announces prelim Q4 revenues of $43.6 million.
OTRK is
FUV.
testing those highs
FUV.
again. The high of day is 109. Needs to break and close over 108. Has not closed over 108 yet. That's OTRK. No position for
FUV.
myself at this time.
FUV.
FUV is a gap down. FUV is a gap down. That's getting a little bit of attention here. Let's see, it's doing it on pretty low volume as well on FUV. FUV is showing a, on TradingView, it's showing a 2.5 million share flow, but on Trade Ideas, it's showing a 51 million share flow. So I'm going to mark this one as a low floater. And I'll have these out in just a minute. Let's see what I have for levels.
FULC.
FULC low volume and FULC 43 million share flow.
CYAD.
So marking FUV for our team now. I'll have this out in just a moment.
OTRK. SI.
Ticker BCTX, Briacel, announces end of its phase 2 meeting with the
That's
FDA.
OTRK testing highs. OTRK is testing highs now.
Company says after reviewing its fast track
OTRK is testing
designation
that
for
108
its phase
resistance.
1 and 2A data, the
New highs
FDA
and
has
OTRK
agreed on the
and
primary
110,
OTRK.
112,
OTRK.
113. There it goes.
OTRK.
So getting a pop here, 20 seconds left in this candle, has not closed over that 108 spot yet. Close over 108 is what we want to see.
A ticker BCTX, Briacel Therapeutics,
Close over 108 is
now
what we want
up
to see. Closing here in 10
6.3%.
seconds, has not closed over resistance yet. That's OTRK, closing in 5 seconds.
OTRK.
Closed there. It closed at, let's see, the close was 109. So just barely closed over the 108. Was not a bullish engulfing candle and filled the gap to 111. If you guys are in this one, look for 111 as a target scale point, then 115. If it closes back under this 108, I look at that as a bearish signal. No position for myself at this time. I'm going to let this one go without me. So no trades yet this morning for me. No positions yet this morning. OTRK is the only thing moving. It's a cheapo. Needs to hold that 108 spot. 111 would be a target. Above that, 115. So if you guys are in this one, look for 111 as a scale point, then 115. Then above that, 129. So I want to see it then close over 115 to continue this trend. If it can't close over 115, we look at that as a major resistance. So right now, 108 acting as support. Close under 108 is bearish. 10 seconds left on this candle. 111 would be a target. Testing that support. Closing in 5 seconds. Closing here in 3 seconds. Closed at 109. Excuse me, let me see that close. Closed at 108, right on that level. No position for myself. If you guys are in, again, 111 would be target. Scale out into 111. No position for myself at this time. Gonna let this one go without me. It's a cheapo. Not really in love with this setup. So OTRK, if it can hold 108, look for 111 and 115 as major resistance.
Johnson & Johnson.
Currently 108 is acting as support. Close
Janssen,
below
TCBP,
108.
FUV.
As bearish.
Phase
Right
3
now, it's kind of in
Mosaic
between
HIV
that gap.
vaccine
So
clinical
between the
trial.
108 to 111 gap. It's currently testing support. Now it's about to test that 111 resistance, and there it goes. That's a target hit. So anyone who's in from 108, that's a target hit.
OTRK.
Now, of course, it's not a huge gap, but that's a first scale point there. If you can get filled around that 111 spot, that would be a first scale point. So 113 is the high of day. OTRK just bounced off of support 108, hit target 111. If it can hold this 108 level and close over 111, look for 115 as major resistance from there. So next target would be 115 on OTRK. Has to hold 108. Close below 108 is bearish. No position for myself at this time.
NRGV.
It's pretty much the only thing on
Oncology said
watch,
on
though,
January 17th, LG
which
can
is kinda
receive
sad,
written notice from the CFI
because
US
it's a
that there were
cheapo.
no unresolved
That being
national
said, it might just keep
security
gapping.
concerns
There's nothing
regarding
else moving.
transaction
So
or
OTRK
required
hitting that
regulatory approvals
111
to complete
again.
merger
So
have
if
now
anyone's
been
in from
received,
108,
expected
it's hitting 111.
to occur
Take
tomorrow,
profit, shave down, and protect yourselves
January
on these trades.
19th.
If it can
That's
hold
Alpha
above 111, we
Victor
can look at
Echo
115 as the next major level of resistance. OTRK is holding 108. Close under 108 is bearish. That's on OTRK. Current price 109, now 108, closing in 15 seconds. Close under 108, I consider bearish. If it can hold 108, 111 was a target. We already hit that target. So now we're looking for a close over 111. If we can't close over 111, well, then we're kind of in the middle of this gap here. Testing 111 again. New high. There's OTRK testing highs. Closed over 111. Needs to hold 111 as a support. Target now is 115. That's OTRK. And I'm not in this one, guys, so I'm going to pull over my chart so everyone can see exactly what I'm talking about.
SI.
So if you guys can see, you should be able to see clear as day my chart here on the screen. And what happened was this was our predetermined level, this white level here that we have, right? And we have tested multiple times. Once we finally broke and closed above, we then held that level. Let me see. We then held this level. We closed back below, closed above, held the level, and now we hit our target. That's our target there, 111. So if you're in, scale out, get some profit, hold yourself a lotto, and look for the next level, 115, to scale out. If it closes back under this white level, 108, that's where I deem it as bearish, and that's where I bail on the trade altogether. Close over this 115 now is what we want to see. If we can close over 115, we then want that 115 to hold as support and make a move all the way up to 129. But of course, scale out into profit where you see fit. This is confirmation trading. So we use predetermined levels to get in and predetermined levels to scale out and predetermined levels to bail if the trade doesn't go our way. So very systematic here. The plan is all worked out for us. So close above this white level, we can get in, close back below, get back out, close back above, get in, hit the target, scale out, hold a lotto for the next move, close below this level, get back out. So it's not perfect on this stock or on this chart here, and the reason for it is because this stock is a cheapo. But what you can see, if I hit these indicators here, you'll see this pink candle here is a major red candle. And all of these white candles are showing that we have 100,000 shares or more of volume. So we have plenty of volume to provide our trades. OTRK, we can see just spiked up
on track.
118. So that's a target hit, 111 or 115, excuse me. So if you're in this one, this is confirmation of that 108 level. Confirmation target, confirmation target. Now, the reason these are targets is because they're predetermined resistance levels and a good idea for you to scale out of your position, take some profit, put it in the pocket, and protect it throughout the day and use that profit as a cushion. This is confirmation trading on OTRK. No trade for myself, just watching this one go without me. It is a cheapo. Really prefer my stocks over two. But that being said, doesn't mean it's not going to gap up. This is the only stock that's on our bullish momentum watch. You get the chart out of the screen view. You guys can see on our bullish momentum watch right here, the bullish momentum watch scan. You can see OTRK is all over the scan. So if you're looking to trade bullish momentum, well, this is the scanner for you. Keep your eyes on this scanner, and then you'll see over on the left-hand side, OTRK was all over our high of day from $1 up to $1.17, $1.18 area. As we can see, OTRK is now coming back down to the support area of 108. That was a resistance broken. Needs to hold that level. Close below is bearish. No position for myself at this time.
Redbook U.S. retail sales first
major reds are
2 weeks of January plus 5.2% versus January a year ago, plus 5% for the week ending January 14th versus a year ago.
Gidget, you should be able to view the scanner through the voice channel. So if you go to the live voice channel and you click on these scanners, you should be able to view those scanners as well.
CVNA.
So if you go up to the scanners, click the live scanners, it should be able to. You should be able to view the scanners. On a
CVNA,
separate screen.
Carvana getting a pop here. $7.80. Charlie Victor,
most of our
November
members
Alpha.
have stated that the desktop version for the computer it works better than the browser version. So OTRK just closed. Let's see, back down to 108. So it has not closed under 108, but it's opening right around there. So again, I wouldn't really be too concerned with that right now. It needs to close over 115. So OTRK close over $1.15 is what we want to see. Yes, Sultan, that's a new indicator that my son and I are working on. The volume indicator to depict the volume in the candles, and as well as the major red candles as well. We're still back testing it. Gidget, you should be able to see it. You're connected into it now, I believe. But if it's on the left-hand side, if you go to the left-hand side in the channels in Discord, you'll see the live channels. Make sure the down arrow is, or the arrow is facing down, and then click on the scanners there. If you click on the scanners, it should give you an option to view the scanners as well as listen to them. So you can listen to them live. And if you notice on YouTube, everyone who's listening on YouTube, YouTube scans are delayed about 20 to 30 seconds, if not more. So it's a really huge advantage to be able to stream them live, and you can do that in the Discord. No, not yet, Sultan. Trying to get it out here soon. I was trying to get it out last weekend, but I'm slacking a little bit. But I am working on getting that out to you guys soon. Yeah, of course. Anytime, Sultan. Yeah, I think it's really handy. It really lets us know. It kind of eliminates, the thinking about it. You know exactly where the volume is and where those major reds are. It's been great for me because I can pull up the chart and just know where the major reds are immediately, or know I can count them and say, okay, there's 5 major reds. Maybe I have to adjust my approach. So OTRK just closed back under 108, as we mentioned a minute ago. That is bearish. Now it has to close over 115 to be considered bullish momentum. Until it closes over 115, I am bearish on OTRK. So close over 115, I'll get bullish. Until then, I am bearish on OTRK. Did you get it figured out, Gidget? Can you see him now? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, if you see the screen, what you'll see is I can pull over. It's just one of the screens I have streaming, so I'll pull over the charts as well. So if you want to see like OTRK, I have up on there now. So if I have the, let me turn the indicators off. So the indicator in the pink is showing us that it's one major red on the chart. We can see we had a predetermined level right here, this white level, 87 cents this morning, and it kind of moved from there. Now, if you see as well, OTRK on this list, if you guys can see that OTRK right here, 8 o'clock, gave us an alert at 60 cents. So if you guys got that alert, marked your charts, and you had these levels available, you would have had that 87 cents level. And then the close above that level is where you want to get in. So that's a major level broken that needs to hold as support. If anyone took that trade, that would be, let's see, if you got in at this level and you got to this white level, it's a 24% move. So really, really solid move. But you guys can see that. That's on our cheapo high of day list. OTRK, 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 OTRK. You can see it a number of times. But yes, you should be able to see OTRK. The chart here. And then again, these white candles are letting us know that there's 100,000 shares per each one of these white candles, if not more. And that means we have plenty of volume to trade, which is what we look for. But no trade for myself. We've got 1 minute till 9 a.m. watching 9 a.m. Seeing for breaking news. No position for myself. No trades yet this morning.
KFY, Corn Ferry, to acquire Salo, that's Kilo Foxtrot Yankee.
PLBY.
Nice. Nice, Shira.
RNA, Avidity Biosciences, granted FDA Fast Track designation for AOC 1020.
FUV
To
is
treat
getting some attention here.
Facio-scapulahumeral muscular dystrophy. That's Romeo November
Excuse me.
Alpha.
Scratch that. It's not.
GVP,
FUV.
GSC announced
FUV
renewed
on the scanner. Very low
5-year
volume. I'm going to mark
contract
up my levels. Thought I had done this
with
already.
additional options worth up to about $28.3 million for engineering services. That's Golf Victor Papa.
Very slow morning, guys. Now, it's not always the case,
BTCM.
but I just want to make everyone well aware that typically if we have a slow pre-market, then it tends to
NRGV.
roll over and spill over into our regular market session as well. So keep that in mind. It's not always the case. There may be something with news here shortly. If so, great. We can attack, but just keep in mind, slow pre-market generally means slow market hours as well.
AGRI.
A lot of traders just take off. So
Agriforce
FUV updated chart is now in chat. Feel free to
and
compare your levels to
Government
mine.
of Barbados signed MOU to collaborate on market evaluation and development of controlled environment facilities in Barbados. That's Alpha Golf Romeo India.
Guys, we just passed 9 a.m. and I don't hear anything on the scanners. Anything. Lomo just mentioned PLBY has some news. Appreciate it, Lomo. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and mark that one as well. So I'll get it ready now. Can hear my son playing Dragon Ball Z theme music on the keyboard downstairs. That's pretty cool.
TCBP.
He's learned pretty much all of the Dragon Ball Z songs and Dragon Ball Super songs. He's a big fan. We all are. We're all big fans here in the house. Can't believe how talented he is. 8 years old, and he's blowing me away on that keyboard. It's really, really cool. Exciting time, guys. Exciting time in the life to watch those kids grow.
OTRK.
BRDG,
Really,
BridgeNet
really
Lease,
exciting.
acquires manufacturing and distribution asset in Florida. That's Bravo Romeo Delta Golf.
FUV.
ESM, Taiwan Semiconductor, getting a pop to the high, 89.99.
So PLBY, still marking this one. We'll have this out in just a moment. All right. PLBY is
OTRK.
marked up. Happy with that. I'm going to get this out now. What was the float on that? I didn't see the float. I have to check. Showing a 31 million share float. So PLBY is showing a 31 million share float. There's my levels there on
OTRK.
PLBY. Feel free to compare your levels to mine. Float's not bad. Would prefer under 25 million, but it's not bad. It's a pretty low float. Yeah, it's looking that way for me, Shiro. Unfortunately, I have things to do after 9:30 this morning, so I won't be able to trade around open or just after. So I got to run after 9:30, but hopefully I can get a trade in. But we have seen it where something pops up between now and 9:30, and we can get ourselves a little run. So if it does, maybe we'll take a trade. But no trades yet for me this morning. Pretty slow morning. Very slow morning for myself. OTRK was the only one that really kind of gave a look.
CYAD.
But I didn't take that trade. It's a cheapo. I really prefer something a little bit higher price, especially on a day like today, guys. And when I don't have a cushion already, I don't want to start taking risky cheapos. So that's just me. That's just the way I kind of approach the market. But now, if I had already made some money, and if I already made, if I was in profit protection mode, and maybe I had a little bit of a cushion, then maybe I could attempt trades on some of these. But for now, not so much. RUM, RUM, very low volume in RUM.
TCBP.
Very low volume. TCBP is kind of grinding up here a little bit. TCBP. Shiro mentioned it was a close above that 575 level. Once it closed and held above 575, it's now at 616. Nice little move on TCBP. But again, for it to be really bullish, it has to get over the 650 and 668 first. So no position for myself this time. I'm going to let it go without me. Now, if you guys see on these charts, you see these major reds and you see this low volume and you see these choppy price action, it's not ideal. It's not the type of stock that I'm jumping into and trying to throw the kitchen sink at. So maybe adjust your settings, adjust your size, adjust your stop, and really, take what you get. I mean, if the market's not really giving us much, don't try to force trades. That's what I try to tell myself every day. It's me kind of thinking out loud. I'm going to go ahead and mark SPY and Tesla for our options team. So we have an options team here in our Discord as well. I'm going to mark up SPY and Tesla to get out those levels of interest. Of course, compare your levels to mine. Beautiful moves on both of these since yesterday. I think I'm good with that on Tesla. So TSLA, I'm going to get this chart out now for everyone.
OTRK. TCBP.
That's OTRK on the bullish momentum watch. I'm going to be testing highs, it looks like, here shortly. We want to see it break over and close over 111 before we consider it bullish. No position for myself at this time. Marking SPY. Just mark Tesla. I'm going to mark SPY now. SPY's been grinding this morning, guys. Been grinding this morning. That's OTRK testing highs again. OTRK testing highs. Close over 111. We need to hold 111 as support. Close below, bearish. It's OTRK.
OTRK.
So I think the reason, a big reason why
TCBP.
OTRK is moving, it's the only stock on the scanner. So not just our scanners, but a lot of members, a lot of trader scans are probably saying the same thing. Light volume in OTRK, but it's got the most
TCBP. Wolf.
TCBP is approaching highs. TCBP is on our bullish momentum watch. It's approaching highs here. 640, 645, 646. Testing new highs. That's TCBP. New high is 655.
TCBP. 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 TCBP.
Let's see, 100,000 shares, just over 100,000 on this candle. 20 seconds left on this candle. Testing major resistance 668.
TCBP. TCBP.
Let's see it close over 668. May have to let this go without me. It's making a pretty big move. Let's see. Not exactly a bullish vertical trend just yet, but close over 668 is what we want to see. Closing in 5 seconds.
TCBP. TCBP.
TCBP.
TCBP.
No position for myself at this time. Just made a pretty strong move into that level. I'm going to let it go without me. I'm being a little conservative this morning. But if you're in this one, TCBP needs to hold 668. Target would be $7. $7 would be a target.
TCBP.
So it needs to hold 668. There's a
TCBP.
bounce off of that 668 level. No position for myself at this time. This is about almost a bullish vertical trend. That's why I'm leaving this one alone. So if you guys are wondering what that bullish vertical trend is in chat,
Mara.
the chat. Let's see. Well, this is what a bullish vertical trend is. There's a couple different versions of what that can be. It can be either 5 or more green candles in a row on the 1 minute chart. That's a bullish vertical trend, or it can be 15% or greater in three candles or less. And this is not exactly 15%, but pretty close to it. So TCBP needs to hold $6.68. $7 would be a target. Just bounced off of that support again, 668. Again, $7 would be a target.
KAMN
689 is the high of day. Needs to hold 668. Close under 668 is
optimize core
bearish.
structure and
No
focus
position
on
for
highest growth
myself at this time. No
opportunities.
trades for me yet
That's
this morning.
Kilo Alpha Michael November.
Just got out SPY and Tesla out to our options team. I'm going to get our option scanners up and running now as well. Give me a minute, guys. There you go, Rebel. Great job. Yeah, I think you could treat this one like quick scalps.
FCCO,
TCBP is good for quick scalps. Then hold the
Community,
lotto if you feel there's going to be
reporting
continuation.
53 cents. That's
I
a
wouldn't
2-cent
hold
beat.
a
Or
large
Foxtrot
size at this
Charlie
level, only
Oscar
because it's
also
a daily
increasing
level
its
that we're trading
dividend.
around. And it made a pretty strong move
That's,
into this level, as well
FCCO
as our pre-market's been pretty choppy
to
and slow.
14
So
cents
I wouldn't doubt that it
per
gets
share.
it stays that way.
Foxtrot Charlie Oscar.
But that being said, it's still above the 668. So if anyone's in this one, it's still bullish until it closes under that level. So $7 would be a target. So if you're in, 668's the support. It's bounced off of that support multiple times now, offering quick scalps. But $7 is a whole dollar level. That would be a resistance and a target. So look for $7 to scale out. 668 close under is bearish. That's where I typically bail. I'm not in this one right now. I'm getting our option scanners up and running for our team.
BBBY. OTRK, TCBP.
Both OTRK and TCBP are on our bullish momentum watch. Both of these should be on watch on your charts. TCBP is so far holding that 668. Close under 668 is bearish. So right now TCBP is bullish until it closes back under 668. $7 would be a target. I'll pull this over for everyone to see. Guys, the options scanners are up and available.
AMC
too.
hitting $6.38 at the high.
shortly.
Alpha
Let's see
Michael
what time it is.
Trolley.
9:12 a.m.
AMC.
It's still early. I'm still working on the script, RT. I'm trying to make a few adjustments. Me and my son have kind of had a little trouble doing it.
CYAD.
But no, the script isn't available yet. We're still working on this one. I'll let you guys know as soon as possible. So you guys can see on the chart now, everyone on YouTube and in Discord, you guys can see the level that I have. This is a predetermined level, right? So we came up, as I mentioned earlier in Discord, if you guys watched the earlier of this channel or this video, close above this level. This is where you want to get in to hold this level. And we can see if you did get in there. Let's see what kind of a move this made. This is a 16% move, almost $1 per share. So nice move here. We can see the volume's kind of dying out. Yellow candle there. That lets us know it's 30,000 shares. It's not exactly the white 100,000 shares we're looking for, but it's holding the 668. So the target would be right up here around 7. That's a whole dollar test. But if we start to close under this level or come under this level, that's where I consider it to be bearish. And as we can see, it looks like it may do that. We do have, let's see, one major red, but that's at 8 a.m. So it's late print. So I don't really consider that a major red. So technically no major reds yet. But doesn't mean we won't see one soon. So TCBP close above this level, needs to hold this level. If it closes back below, that's bearish. And as we can see, it has not closed below this level yet. And the reason this is gray and this is black is this is pre-market and this is going to be regular session. So in the pre-market here, we gapped up, closed above, major candle. And the reason I didn't take this trade as well is, as you can see, we had a bullish vertical trend, or just about a bullish vertical trend here. So being on the conservative side, I'm gonna let it go without me, but being that it made such a gap up to close above this level, that's not an ideal setup. I really want to see it close above this level, but want to see it gradually get here, close above with a bullish engulfing candle similar to this one, but I don't want to see it gapped up so far off, and I don't want to see it start all the way down here, then gap there. So we already hit the 650 level, which was here, so really ideally would have been nice to see it close over 650 and then close over 668. But anyone who's in this one, look for this level to hold as support, scale into profit as it pops, and there it goes popping again. And you can see very clear it's popping off of this predetermined level that we had on the chart. You guys will see that right there. 668 is a major level. So we can see that 689 is our new high. And TCBP is offering that scalp. And you can hear TCBP is on our bullish momentum watch, right? So bullish momentum watch right here. TCBP, a good example of what's going on. So it's letting us know, hey, there's bullish momentum here. It's making
November
new highs or close
capacity
to it.
utilization.
And we can see TCBP is bouncing off 668.
Revised
So
to 79.
most traders are really
HEPA.
happy with a 10, 15 cent pop, and it's offered that 10, 15 cent
minus
pop numerous times off of this
0.6
predetermined level. So if you have these
at
levels on your chart
78.8%,
and you're trading and getting filled around there, then you're
Mara.
minimizing your
industrial
risk,
production
in my
minus
opinion.
0.7%,
So we can see that on
consensus minus
TCBP. I'm going to get this
0.1%.
off the screen now. No position for myself this time, although TCBP is probably the best looking stock at this time. But again, it's kind of lacking in volume. Needs to hold this 668 level.
PAYO, Pioneer, announcing CFO transition.
$7 would be a target. Has not hit 7 yet. 689 is the high so far. 671 is the current price. So if we hit $7 from this current price, that's going to be a 30-cent move. So if we do hit that price, it's going to be a 30-cent move. But if it closes below, you know, you're risking whatever you're risking on the trade. So maybe a 5, 10, 15 cent
reaffirms its prior commitment to
move.
increase adjusted EBITDA for 2023.
It's not a bad risk to reward ratio. But that being said, I'm going to leave it alone for now. No trades for me this morning. TCBP is worth watching. It closed over 668. Needs to hold that level. Close below 668 is bearish. No position for myself at this time. No trades for me this morning, guys. My positions tab is empty. No trades for me yet this morning. Pretty slow morning. I want to make sure I don't force trades and look for higher quality setups. And so far, I haven't really seen that. So TCBP right now is closing in 10 seconds. Yeah, no major reds on that one, Shira. Yeah, no major reds yet. So closing here in 5 seconds. Closed below support. So that is bearish. So now I consider that bearish. And I'll pull this over again on the screen so everyone can see. So I consider this bearish. So the fact that we just closed below that level, I consider that bearish. So I would bail on the trade. But now, if it closes back above this level, paired with volume, can take the trade again with same idea, holding this level as support. So I'm bearish on TCBP, but it may very well gap up from here. But as soon as it closes under, my rules have me bail on the trade. So we have that level 668.
$1.2 billion
it closed below on this candle.
2023 fiscal
on low
year.
volume. So this candle here just closed below. So now if we close back above paired with volumes, you want to see one of these candles. We'd really like to see it in white at this point, showing 100,000 shares or more.
Now from Microsoft confirming
Charlie for a minute. So close above that level is what we want to see. Until we close back above this level, we are bearish on TCBP. Now, if it closes above this level with an engulfing candle and volume to match, then we could take a trade using this level as our support. And look at that. As we can see, it's just gapping down. So if you're a short seller, that would be a quick short scalp there. So if you're a short seller, that's a quick short scalp. And the reason for it is it closed below and it then gapped down. So it's a 1 minute scalp down, back down to the 650 area. Right now, close above 668 is what we want to see to continue this trend. But really, at this point, we want to see it close over with enough volume to support the trade. You can see that in TCBP. Very, very clear. And another rip down just now on TCBP. So it's offering the scalps on the short side. It's also offering scalps on the long side. Hey, good morning, Ramon.
SI.
Good morning, good morning. Hope you're feeling good today, Ramon. No trades yet for me this morning. And guys, just mentioned that TCBP was bearish. If you can see here on the chart, again, this predetermined level, guess what? We closed below right here. And sure enough, we're making new lows from that break, right? So new 15-minute lows. So quick scalps, get in, get green, get out, and then protect your profit on the day. So if you're a short seller, there's a nice opportunity right there for you. No position for myself this time. It's 9:19 a.m., 9:20 a.m. Guys, I don't think I'm taking any trades this morning. I appreciate everyone joining, both in Discord and on YouTube. I really appreciate everyone joining this morning. This video will be recorded so everyone can really see how these scanners work in the pre-market, but this is not a really good example of how they work because we didn't have much on the scans. But what's great and what the one good thing you can take away from that is we didn't have a bunch of BS on our scans. We didn't have a whole bunch of names on our scans that didn't matter. We didn't have a whole bunch of noise. So it's going to let us know what stocks are really worth watching and what stocks just don't matter. So TCBP was on watch. OTRK was also on watch. You can see on our bullish momentum watch here in the middle on the scanners. We can see that it was, these are the only ones really all over this list. So if I scroll down, you can see TCBP and OTRK. It's a very important scanner. TCBP just closed back above that predetermined level, but it did it with 29,000 shares. Very little volume. But again, it's the only thing moving. So it wouldn't surprise me if it gapped up, but because of the volume being so low, I have to leave that one alone for now. No position for myself this time.
TCBP.
Now TCBP, if we start to hear it on the bullish momentum scanner, and we start to see
TCBP.
volume come in, then maybe it's going to gap up, make new highs, and hit that 7 spot. Right now, it closed over the 668. Needs to hold that level of support. Closed below is bearish, but it did it on very little volume. So no position for myself at this time. No trades yet this morning. Guys, I've got to take off after 9:30. I'm going to run. Scanners will be up and running for our Discord premium members. If anybody wants to get in on this and you see this video, just reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to explain our memberships. But I don't think I'll be trading this morning.
APGN.
I haven't taken a trade yet this morning, and I'm not seeing anything high quality. So I think I might just leave the pre-market alone, leave these trades alone. Again, a no trade day is better than a red day. We'll get back to trading this afternoon when I get back, if there's anything that fits the strategy. If it doesn't fit our strategy, then it'll just be a no trade day, and we'll look for tomorrow for opportunity, and that's okay. So don't want to get in the habit of forcing trades just because it's the only thing moving. Make sure I stick to the strategy that's making me money. For me, that's confirmation trading. TCBP closed above that level of 668 and is holding that level so far, testing new highs here. So it's holding 668. Close under 668 is bearish. TCBP may very well hit 7 here. TCBP is on our bullish momentum watch. Needs to hold 668. No position for myself at this time. $7 would be a target. $7 would be also a new high. Yeah, look at that, guys. So we're getting a little bit more volume. We closed over 668 with that 30,000 shares or more of volume. We did it with 72,000 shares, and we're getting a small pop. So it's a nice 1-minute scalp. Again, traders are happy with 10, 15 cent pops. There's a 10, 15 cent pop over the close of 668. Now, close back below that level is bearish. No position for myself at this time. I'm going to leave it alone.
Mara.
I'll let it go without me. Let's see, 9:22 a.m. Eastern time. No trades for me this morning. I think that's it for me, guys. I'm going to shut down our YouTube scan. So let me do that now. I appreciate everyone joining. If you guys want to get in on these scans, reach out anytime.